Arrrr, mateys, we're back. You ready to watch our next movie for Pirate Month?
Yes, I am.
So, Cora, where did we leave off last time?
Sadly, we left off with Captain Jack Sparrow is dead. Well, at least not dead yet, I think. But
He was eaten by the Kraken,
yes.
right?
Yes, he was.
And the Black Pearl is gone. It ate that too, I guess, right?
What do you mean?
The Kraken, it ate Jack and the ship, right?
Yeah. They saying the Black Pearl is ship.
Anything else happen at the end of the last movie that was significant?
We saw someone was the monkey.
Who?
I don't know who.
Captain Barbossa,
But
who died in the first movie. And he ate an apple. So he's not cursed anymore. Right?
I guess so.
Yeah, because remember they go to Dalma and they're all sad about Jack, and Will says to Elizabeth if anything could be done to bring him back. And then Dalma goes, would you? What would any of you do to fetch back Jack? And then they agreed to go to Davy Jones Locker to go get Jack. And she says, but in order to get there, you're going to need a captain who's sailed there before. A captain who's been there. And then Barbossa walks down the stairs and says, so tell me, what happened to my ship? And the monkey's on his shoulder.
Yeah, but I really want to watch the movie. Let's just jump right into it.
We can't just jump right into it.
Bye.
Because we gotta catch up on what happened last time. Anything else big? What about Davy Jones? What happened with him?
This is supposed to be a movie.
What happened with Davy Jones? Somebody get something that belongs to him?
Oh. So, someone... Jack stole his heart?
Well, Jack tried,
Yeah.
but Norrington got away with Davy Jones's heart and gave it to the bad guys, right?
Yeah.
So now the bad guys have the heart of Davy Jones. What do you think that means?
They're going to kill him?
No. But they might be able to control him. And you remember how deadly he was without being controlled. Now he's going to be controlled by the bad guys, right?
Right.
So you think he's going to be even worse now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Did you like Davy Jones?
Davy Jones was kind of weird because I noticed he was got like a squid for his head.
Yeah. Do you remember why he cut his heart out and put it in the chest?
No.
Because he had fallen in love. And he didn't want to be in love. So he took his heart out and he put it in a chest so he didn't have to feel love. Right?
Yeah, but why?
I don't know. I guess hopefully they'll explain more of that in this one, right?
And plus, who did he fall in love with?
We don't know. I guess we're going to find out in this one, you think? Yeah? If you guys can't tell, I am still feeling sick. But we're doing this for you because Pirate Month must go on. So, alright. Anything else before we get started?
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Yep.
And again, you don't have to be a comment, but still.
We will see you guys after the movie.
Bye.
What would you do? What would any of you be willing to do? Would you breathe the weird and haunted shores at World's End to fetch back Witty Jack?
Did no one come to save me just because they missed me?
There was a time that a pirate was free to make his own way in the world. But our time is coming to an end.
Why should I sail with any of you? 4 of you have tried to kill me in the past. 1 of you succeeded.
Our enemies have united and vowed to destroy us.
Fight, and all of you will die.
The pirate lords from the 4 corners of the earth.
Welcome to Singapore.
Must stand together. There's not been a gathering like this in our lifetime.
And I owe them all money.
It would never have worked out between us.
Keep telling yourself that, darling. You know they face extinction. All that remains is where they make their final stand. If I wasn't, this would probably never work.
Alright, so we just finished Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. So overall, Cora, what did you think of that movie?
Good. But I was not expecting a dress. I was not expecting something that might be real. I don't know if it's real or not. I don't know if I'm making it up. Now I feel like my whole life is a lie. But the twist is at the beginning of the movie when we see Jack, there's a lot of him in a white room with a broken ship that I suppose is that ship that Jack got aided and also it also tricked me. Like I thought it was a rock, and then the movie showed us it was a crab, a white crab.
Yeah.
Because it's a white rock, and somehow it turned into a white crab.
Was that your favorite part of the movie? With the multiple Jacks?
It was the weirdest part. And plus it's no more weirdest parts.
Yeah. You know, that was supposed to be a representation of Jack going crazy.
And plus, guess what? During the movie, there's a mini Jack.
Yeah.
Yes.
Two on his shoulder. So anyways, So they went to Davy Jones's locker to save Jack. Then they came back, and we found out that Tia Dalma was really who?
Is that?
No, Calypso, the goddess. And who betrayed Calypso? To the pirates.
That dude with the tentacles.
Davy Jones?
Yes.
Yep.
And I'm really happy with one part, but I'm going to save the best part. It was my favorite for later, when we get to that part.
Well, we're at that part. So what was your favorite part?
My favorite and fantastic part, and the whole entire world, and maybe it's just two, that I'm at least glad he's alive, but somehow the same thing happened to him. He has no heart, but he still survived. At least we got a good part on that ship.
The Flying Dutchman?
Yes.
You mean when Will became the captain?
Yes, since Davy Jones died. Because guess what happened?
What?
Captain Jack Sparrow put the sword in his heart.
Actually, Will did it.
Oh, I saw Davy Jones.
They put the knife in Will's hand and had Will stab the heart. That's why Will became the new captain of the Flying Dutchman.
Will stabbed Davy Jones' heart, since the heart is separate from Davy Jones now. Since
Yep. And whoever stabs the heart has to become the new captain. And they lose their heart to the ship.
yes, and that was how the heart would be the captain. It just goes over and 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 over, and you guys probably get the point.
Yep. Alright, so what'd you think of Jack Sparrow in this one?
Weird and kind of awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is he your favorite character now?
Yes, he is my favorite character. I think it's going to be my favorite character in all the movies.
Yeah. What'd you think of the monkey? I know you had some
Crazy.
you had some stuff to say about the monkey.
The first thing I thought about the monkey is, how is this monkey so smart? Why is this monkey joining the bazaar at the beginning of the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you expect the pirates to make Elizabeth king of the pirates? Or in her case, a queen?
That is true, because she is a girl, so. They have to find out the boys, and king and queen will have to be together. Right?
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Whereas in the movie, shit, the magic mirror says,
And
without a queen, you can't be a king.
what surprise cameo did we get in this one?
Guess what happened, guys? You guys are probably not even to count anyway, so Elizabeth and what's her name again?
Well, that's not what I asked. I asked, what surprise cameo did we get?
What is his name?
Captain Teague. And who?
Elizabeth and Captain T got married.
No, that was Will.
Okay, Elizabeth
Will,
and Will got married.
Well, that's not what I asked. I said, what surprise
And
cameo?
guess what happened? 10 years ago, we saw they got a child.
Yes, we were gonna get to that later. Trying to go
I
on
said,
some
how
kind.
do you mean?
Trying to go in some kind of order here.
I said that. What do you mean?
No, I said surprise cameo. Do you know what a cameo is?
No.
Cameo is a special appearance by an actor or a character. In this case, I said Captain Teague, Jack's father.
Oh.
And who is with Jack's father? The dog from the first two movies.
And plus, I have the dog. Why is the dog? And like, how many of of these movies? Pirates of the Caribbean, I know it's like here, but in our vision, my dad will do his edit just to put it like that. So I don't actually see it, so I'll just have to do this. How many of this dog will appear in Pirates of the Caribbean?
There's 5 movies.
But this dog appears in 5 movies. I am giving this a 8 out of 10.
Well, I don't think we'll see the dog anymore. I think the dog's journey is done. Do you think we're done with Will and Elizabeth?
Yes.
You think so?
Yeah, because they got married and they can't do pirate stuff anymore since they got married.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the cat is too young to even know about pirate stuff.
Well, he was singing a pirate song, so maybe Elizabeth taught him about pirates. So maybe we will see the son.
Maybe he already knows about pirates when he first was born. I was talking about that.
Yeah. So before we get to the final scores, Cora, what do you think the next movie, Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, is going to be about?
I think, Elizabeth, and I think this is the only time that they're going to repeat in the second movie. They're going to try and kill Captain Jack Sparrow because they don't want their kid being on Jack Sparrow's side. And
I thought you just said you thought we were done with them.
yeah, but I thought also that they might come one more time.
Maybe.
Wait, who knows?
But, you know, the end of the movie kind of gave us hints at the next 2 movies.
Yeah, I'm trying to. And the kid would always join Jack's side because he doesn't want his parents to get out of control.
Well, I guess we'll find out when we watch the next 2.
I don't know. I just only know since he was a kid and Elizabeth and Will.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they got married and I don't know if the creators of the movie will still leave them in the movie because my dad and me are getting mixed up of who is the main character in this actual story.
Well, for these first 3 movies, there was a bunch of main characters. So the main 2 was Will and Elizabeth. Jack Sparrow was another main character, but he wasn't the main character. Now it's becoming the Jack Sparrow movies. Now we're just going to keep following Jack.
It's always the Jack Sparrow movie. What do you mean with? It's in the middle of the title.
Yeah. But Will and Elizabeth, the story has been driven around them for the first 3 movies. It didn't really drive around Jack Sparrow. It drove around their whole story arc. So anyways, Cora, did you notice something about the end of this movie? that the end of this basically brings us right back to square one?
What does that even mean?
It means we're right back at the beginning, basically. Think about it. When we first met Jack, who was he sailing with?
No one?
And who had his ship, the Black Pearl?
Okay, and?
Barbossa. And that's kind of like square one. Jack is back at square one. He doesn't have the pearl. Barbossa has the pearl. He's been betrayed by his crew again.
Well, at least one of his crew joined him, right?
No, he's got nobody.
What do I mean? She says I want them.
Gibbs went off on his own. So anyways, let's move on to the final score then.
I got one more scene, I promise.
What?
Something tells me that all these movies lead to a clue of what's going to happen, and Pirates of the Caribbean 5. Something tells me that all of these 4 movies are going to lead us to clues of what's going to happen in Pirates of the Caribbean 5.
Well, we'll just have to wait and find out, won't we? But let's move on to final score then. Alright, so Cora, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you score Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End?
Let's see. 9 out of 10 because it was mostly the weirdness.
Yeah?
Yes, my mind can't stand that much weirdness.
Please don't step on that case. Thank you. I would, on a scale of 1 out of 10, because I do like this one quite a bit, it brings the first 2 movies to an epic conclusion. I would have to give this a score of 10 out of 10.
You already watched the movie.
Yeah.
You should notice something different.
I didn't notice anything different. It's the same as I've always seen it. I really like how this
Did you
one...
notice people getting killed?
Yes, Cora. I like how this one felt very grand and epic, and it had that grandiose feel. It brought the first... It was almost like a trilogy, but then they decided, oh, we're going to keep it going. And I don't fault them for doing that, but if this is where it had ended, it would have been okay, but I'm glad we have more to watch.
You're saying...
I like how epic and grand the whole everything wraps up in this one, and still leaves room for more. So, with that said, this concludes the 3rd movie in this franchise. And there was something special about this movie. Do you remember what it was?
They got married?
What about that scene?
They had a child?
But what about the scene where they get married? Haven't you seen that somewhere before? Haven't you seen that every time we make one of these videos?
Yeah.
It's in our intro. So that's another movie from the intro down. We ain't got too many left to do.
Yeah, I think we should do all the movies in the intro first before we do all the movies.
We're getting around to them. We're going to get around to...
a lot more.
We actually don't have many left.
In the intro section than in the intro section.
We don't have that many left. We did Matrix. We've done Pirates. We've done Scream.
Yes! My three favorite movies! But mostly Scream, but still!
We've done quite a bit of our intro. I think the only ones we haven't done are Stargate, Indiana Jones, and Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
But is that even a real movie?
Of course it's a real movie. I wouldn't have a clip for it in our intro if it wasn't real.
That sounded like a question.
Oh, and well, we haven't done Godzilla vs. Kong. I did a review of that, but we might do a D&D review of that one day. So maybe when Godzilla vs. Kong 2 comes out next year. So we'll probably be done with all the movies in our intro sometime next year.
Spoiler alert! We might do a Hocus Pocus review of D&D, and we might watch
We'll
it.
see. We'll see. We gotta see what's coming.
Wait, and it might be longer if while we're working on it, Hocus Pocus 2 comes out.
Yes, we
So
know
we
Hocus
might
Pocus 2
have
is
to
coming out.
make room in the video if my dad wants to for Hocus Pocus 2.
Yes, they know Hocus Pocus 2 is coming out.
Yeah,
Alright, so we're going to wrap this one up, and we will see you guys next week in the next video, which will be Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. So, if you have not, please consider subscribing to the channel. Make sure to hit the like button. Leave a comment down below with what would you rank this video, or, score this video on a scale of 1 to 10. And I guess we'll just talk to you guys next time.